You're just in shot, but we're live. Hang on. Cool. All right, love it.
Game time.
Let's go.
Welcome everybody to the Brackets for Good 2018 volunteer tip-off, as you can see.
Specifically.
That's right. So what we're doing today is just covering a little bit of ground of what we accomplished together in 2017 and then highlighting some of the new committee structures that we have heading into 2018. So this is the crew, at least a little portion of the crew that helped us in 2017. You'll notice we showed this presentation in every single new demo or opportunity to share the Brackets for Good story, and our volunteer, super volunteer, Jen Markison, is asleep in this picture.
And she's
standing up.
So you make a lot of fun.
Exactly. It's a great time. But this is the orange crew that helped us accomplish a lot of great things in 2017. And one of those, before we kind of jump into the tournament results, we wanted to share some of the growth that we had as an organization. So we went from a single employee to 4 employees.
Yeah! Alright!
The ginger himself, Reed, was our first addition. And then Rachel and myself joined, and finally Mo joined the team at the start of the year. We also added a furry blue dude by the name of Champ.
Yeah!
Champ in the house. The most valuable philanthropist joined the team and is representing philanthropy across the country. One of the other things that we accomplished was a lot of travel. So during the pep rallies, we went across the country from New York to San Francisco 8.25 times, 8 times and a quarter. That was the whole crew, and we did that by plane, by car, a lot of car, as well as trains. I did take a train, and it was amazing.
Lots of trains.
It was a good time. The tournament impact that we had in 2018, 2017, 12 tournaments. So we hosted 11 city-based tournaments plus the national tournament. We impacted over 680 nonprofit organizations. We had over 14,000 unique donors with a total of almost 32,000 donations. Incredible. And all of that was an impact of over 3.6 million. So without our volunteers, there's no way we would have been able to accomplish everything that we did this year. Moving into 2018, Mr. Matt McIntyre.
Yeah, quickly, just a couple things to share. First of all, preview of the 2018 logo, kind of makeup, and we love that stuff. But I think what 2018 brings us is some real big opportunities, and we're sorting them out in a bunch of different ways and a bunch of different vehicles. And I think what's exciting about 2018 is, you know, Brackets for Good mission, which we did a really good job of paraphrasing this year to help people discover and participate in philanthropy. I feel like that's become like my mission in life, and I think it's part of Reed's and part of Duncan's and part of Rachel's and Mo's and all of yours and sort of the day-to-day stuff you do. And I think you wouldn't be here if it wasn't some bit and piece of that. And I think what, and excuse anybody watching live, there's kids around, and we're all family friendly. So like, if you're here and you're listening, that's what's going on. That's good. They need to hear this stuff too. And I think what's important as we head into next year is we can continue to be the hub that we've been. And we've been a hub for, you know, people, companies, nonprofits that come together in really amazing ways and really energize the sector. And I think as we continue to explore some of these new ways and exciting ways and Brackets for Good, the tournament has to be here, and it will always be here. It's not going anywhere. And the idea is we've got some really awesome ways to make it exciting, and with your help, we can really do that. And without your help, we can't. So, you know, we've had some volunteers reach out to Brackets for Good from across the country, and like, we're just floored by this idea that we can virtually enable them to enable not only the nonprofits in their community, but across the country as well. So anyway, a lot of fun coming up ahead, and thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in, whatever you did. Here we go, 2018.
That's right. And for those of you watching, I think everyone in the room knows, we were a volunteer-ran organization for several years, so we know how valuable everyone's professional time and skills are to helping accomplish missions for all nonprofits. So keep volunteering, keep getting involved wherever you can. So here we go. We have something very exciting to announce, and that is we redid the Brackets for Good overview video, and we want to share that with you here today. If you haven't seen it already,
Oh, wait a minute.
you got this. No, there it goes.
Oh, fake out. There it goes.
Oh, it's there.
Oh, we're gonna pause it. Redo.
Take two. Oh, it's live. I'm sorry.
We'll redo that. It's about room volume now, baby. Hang on, hang on. Buddy.
Nonprofits use the power of sport to
So they're
support
volume
awareness and funds to support the good they do.
How do I
Their
get
favorite
back?
causes.
There we go. All right, here we go.
Sport is powerful. Brackets for Good helps charitable nonprofits use the power of sport to score new awareness and funds to support the good they do in our world. Every March, tens of thousands of philanthropists learn about and rally behind charitable causes they care about in Brackets for Good tournaments. Nonprofits are evenly paired in friendly competitive matchups. Supporters cheer on and score points to help their favorite causes advance in the tournament by donating. $1 equals 1 point. The nonprofit with the most points at the end of each round advances. The organization that has the game to make it to the end receives an additional championship prize. Participating charities gain added awareness in the community and keep the dollars raised regardless of how far they advance. It's competitive giving. Everybody wins.
Incredible work there on the video. Excellent job by everybody involved. And it gives a real sense for what Brackets for Good is all about. And not only covered a lot of how the tournament works, but also how the nonprofits participate. We'd love to be able to share all these one-to-one stories about how the nonprofits have changed because of their participation, but you don't really have that luxury in a short period of time. But it's incredible to watch these nonprofits rally around their causes. Oh,
That was cool.
oh,
All right, hang on.
you got this.
Oh, bit that.
Good thing we practiced
There we
this
go.
one. Next thing is our 2018 calendar has changed. So last year we got a lot of feedback from nonprofits, and our change in our schedule in 2017 impacted their time frame from being able to fill out the evaluation form, or what we call now the tryout period. So as you can see, we pushed back the registration, much like it was before, to the end of the calendar year here in 2017, which moves our tryout time into the first of 2018, which is great because now we're not interfering with the end of the year asking for the nonprofits, and we're also took a lot of feedback from the nonprofits, and we're shortening up our survey. So we're working really hard on making that survey more impactful and helping us determine not only what divisions get organized, but who gets in and what matchups those look like. The other big news that we have with our calendar is we're no longer physically traveling to every pep rally. Pep rallies will still happen with all nonprofits, all sponsors still in attendance. The difference is that we won't be there, and we'll be hosting a virtual pep rally right here in Indianapolis, and we'll be streaming that live, maybe on YouTube, but to all those markets where we're unveiling the first round matchups. So that's very exciting. Also, the final note is we're moving the tournament back. In years past, our tournament has always started the last Friday in February. This year, it's the first Friday in March. That coincides a lot better with the NCAA tournament. There's a lot of bracket buzz that the media wants to talk about, so we know that that's going to have a major impact in the coverage we're able to achieve in 2018. Final note, I should have said final note before, but I said final note before, but I mean it this time. And that is the champion celebration is moving again. So that will be in May this year. And luckily for Indianapolis, even though we won't be celebrating with the Pacers, there's another little kind of pseudo big event that happens in May called the Indy 500. So there's going to be some fun going on for that champion celebration. You don't want to miss it, trust me. Some new looks that we have going on this year. We're really thrilled to introduce these. So this is the new city page, the new landing page that will be coming. So we've reorganized some information to make it easier for people visiting for the first time to understand the impact the tournament has had in the local markets. We're going to have the schedule that we just covered, some available geography for participating nonprofits so they know if they're going to be eligible or not based on where they're located or headquartered, and a very easy registration process. It's always been very quick and very seamless, but this way we're putting it right out front so you can go ahead and submit your registration right away. Another thing that's coming in 2018 is we had the opportunity to work with the Orr Fellowship, which got us thinking about how first-time people are landing on BFG.org and what their experience is. What we're really excited about is we took some inspiration from some of the best apps and things that we use every single day to build a lot of new search functionality into the landing pages. So we're introducing what's called ribbons, which is very Netflix-esque, if you will.
That's a different kind of Netflix.
That's a different kind of Netflix. It's hard to say, but the inspiration is very easy to organize and to favorite and to customize your view and what's important to you. Not only tournaments, but organizations that you follow, different causes that you're interested in. You can all customize these views so when you come back in, you can get to the information immediately. So it's very exciting. We're real thrilled about that. Another thing that we're enhancing is search this year. So search is not only going to be limited to the name of the nonprofit, but some of the things that we're doing is city-based, the service area, where the headquarters are, the cause categories that exist. All of these things are going to come into play to help make it easy for you to find your cause that you care about. So again, this is just another look and feel for how we're going to put that information right at your fingertips and make it very visible. Moving into our volunteer committees, we've reorganized. We know from years past that there's different groups that we need to associate with, so we spent a lot of time talking about the biggest areas that we could use professional skills to help us advance in 2018, and these are them. So we're going to cover them real quickly, but before we do, Champ's got a quick message for you. That's right. This is the Rachel original.
Rachel.
Hilarious. We love it. So the marketing communications, what we also...
What?
There it is.
What we did is we put the team leaders in here as well as people that have participated on these teams in the past. A quick snapshot of what's involved from responsibility side. And it's based on your availability and your skill set and how you apply your time, energy, and talents to help these groups move forward. Graphic design, that's Mr. McIntyre and Ryan Simmons, who's not here today, but been a rock star volunteer for Practice Road for a long time.
He's got to be tuning in by now.
Absolutely. We know he's there. He's probably in the mid-burpee phase because I know he's into that CrossFit Games again. But that's kind of what we're looking for on the graphic side. Social, look at this. How sweet. That is myself and my lovely wife, Beth. And that was at our wedding, yes, that's correct. But social media is obviously a big opportunity for us to market and communicate out to a wider audience, and this group helps do that. And it is more than just me and her, I gotta be honest. Moving into web development, this is where all the magic happens. The wizards exist here, Mr. Dave Cornelius, Mr. Adam Dara, and George Milberger. This crew is fantastic. There's a handful of other developers that have helped us in the past and will continue to join the team as we get closer to crunch time. But this crew is the one that makes all the magic happen and work. The recruitment team, so this is new this year, but we're always looking for creative ways to get in front of new companies and that feel aligned with what we're doing at Brackets for Good. This group is going to help us find not only the sponsors that help us host and put these tournaments on, increase our awareness through their support and all the other different ways that they impact their local communities, but also helping us on the nonprofit side as well. We need participants. That's right. Alex Boax. I'm sure he's watching right now and laughing, hopefully. Events team, this is our biggest group of volunteers. We wanted to highlight those folks that have helped us. And in years past have traveled with us, but obviously this year with the calendar changing, there's going to be some changes to that team. But what's important to note is we're still hosting these events. This group is still going to be doing the hard work that they've always done to help us run amazing pep rallies, but we just physically won't be there. Another thing that we wanted to highlight real quickly, this is all about tracking time. This is a commitment that we're making because as part of our audit as a nonprofit, what we need to do is report back the number of volunteer hours and the professional hours that we're able to receive from folks who support our mission. That helps us financially because without you, we wouldn't be able to do it. But this is all falling on the team leadership to help get that information and tracking those hours. What we're going to be looking at is all the different events that we have scheduled. We will organize an attendance list and then mark how many hours you're working. We'll follow up with you if you happen to put in any time outside of those work days, and we'll just kind of ask you what kind of time frames you put in. Nothing you need to do different than you already do today. This is our responsibility so we can make sure that through our audit process, we're providing the most accurate information we possibly can. And this is it. Mark your calendars.
What?
What we're going to be sending over to you is invites to join us from Thanksgiving, or from Halloween, Thanksgiving, the Christmas time frame, and of course the new year to help us put on the best tournaments possible in 2018.
Pumpkins.
That's right. And now we want you. We want you to join our team. We want you to join our committees. So now that you've had the opportunity to see who owns what, the people here, we're going to give them the opportunity to ask questions and grill us on what's next. Those of you that are watching or are going to pick this up later, feel free to reach out to us. There's a ton of ways that we can plug you in and use your professional skills to have a huge impact on communities across the country. Let's go raise some money. Let's go raise some awareness for nonprofits in 2018.
Thank you, Uncle
Thanks for tuning
Duncan.
in. Thank you.